Hey guys, so today I'm just going to do a very condensed video about the new Huda Beauty new Nude palette. I know I said I wasn't going to buy this, but I kept seeing it in people's videos and I kept thinking how beautiful it was, and next thing I knew, I was buying it. I change my mind a lot. I really do. I wish I wasn't so wishy-washy, but I do change my mind a lot. Anyway, this is at Sephora. It's $65, and that is what it looks like. It is absolutely stunningly beautiful. So I'm just going to briefly tell you the pros and cons I feel about this palette. I've been using it for a few days now, and I've done a number of different looks with it, and I've really been enjoying it. So to me, one of the pros and cons about this is the availability, because the pro is it's at Sephora, so you can just walk into the store, you can swatch the tester, you can buy it, take it home, instant gratification. But at the same time, it's very popular. It's their top selling item right now, so you might not be able to get it depending on which Sephora you go to, but you can always just check the store inventory or call before you go. I would recommend that you call because sometimes the inventory that you see on the computer isn't always accurate. So it's a pro and a con. So it's a pro because it's easy to get, but it's a con because it's so popular it might be out of stock. The next thing I would say about this is it comes with a built-in base in the palette. This is a sticky base. It's like a yellow tone beige, and it's meant to be used as an eyeshadow base. And it's a pro because it does work really well. It's been specially formulated to use that way. But it's a con because over time, I know exactly what's going to happen. All the glitter and shimmer from these shades is going to end up sticking to this, and it could get messy. I think what I might do is maybe just put like a piece of tape over it to kind of protect it, because otherwise I think that's what's going to happen. So it's a pro because the formula of the eyeshadow base, it's called concealer, by the way. The formula is very good and it works wonderful with these shadows, but the con is that it could get messy. And the same thing could be said for these shadows themselves, because I've used this palette, I don't know, 3 or 4 times maybe since I bought it, and I see the glitter starting to move around the palette onto like the cardboard. The little sparkles are starting to appear. So this palette could get messy very quickly. It's nice that it has a full-size mirror if you wanted to travel with it. The color story on this, I think, is stunning. Now, if you look at this, you might think, geez, a lot of those colors look very similar. Well, they do. But if they appeal to you, you're going to love this because it's so versatile in the sense that you can mix and match so many of these to create looks. It's got a lot of like pinks and plums, and it's got a coral, it's got a beige, but a lot of these shades do look similar, but that makes them easier to use because you can pair them up more easily. Let's see, what else do I have here in my notes? Oh, the only other thing that I wrote is that with these types of shades, a lot of times with these types of colors, there can be ingredients that will be sensitive to your eyes. Not in this case. They didn't use any ingredients that would be questionable or sensitive to your eyes. Everything in here is eye approved. The only problem that I can foresee you running into is getting glitter in your eyes. So that's why it's kind of important to use a sticky base. I'm going to insert a little demo now of me doing the look that I have on my eyes right now. I'm not going to do swatches because there are loads of videos on YouTube with swatches of this palette that you can see if you want to. So instead I decided to just do a demo, and then I have a little bit more information after the demo. So here we go. Okay, so I'm just going to do a little demo here of a very simple look. So the first thing I'm going to do is take this says concealer, but it's actually the base that you want to use instead of your normal eyeshadow base. I think this was specially formulated to work with these shadows. So I'm just going to take this Wet n Wild brush, and I'm going to pick up some of that and put it all over the eye area. I'm starting with the lids because that's where I want the majority of it to go, because that's where I'm going to need it the most based on the shadows that I'm going to use. This doesn't seem to have any color to it. It's just like a beige, a yellowy beige shade. But it does have like a tacky base to it. Okay, now I'm going to take a clean brush of the exact same kind, and I'm going to go into the shade called Bear right here, which is just a beige, not quite so yellow as the one that we just used for our base. And I'm going to put that all over the entire eye area. And you don't have to do it this way. You can just use this as a highlighter if you want to, a brow bone highlight. But this is the way I decided I was going to do it today. Okay, now I'm going to go into the shade Teddy, which is this plummy type shade down in the corner here. And I'm going to go in with this Wet n Wild Pro Line brush. It's the P15. Just going to pick up some of that on the brush. I'm going to tap off the excess. These are very, very pigmented. So I'm going to start in the outer corner with small circles and work my way in. And then I'm just going to take whatever is left on the brush and brush the very outside of my lids. And then just keep blending until I'm satisfied with the results. These do have quite a bit of kickback to them, or fallout, which is why you need your tacky base. If you have some reason that you don't want to use the base that comes in the palette, although I don't know why you wouldn't want to, I would recommend something like a glitter glue, or at the very least something that is tacky. And you'll have to work quickly so that the eyeshadows will have something to grab onto. This one is a little bit more All right, now this one has more. This one doesn't have as much, so I'm just going to add a tiny bit more over here. Okay, now I'm going to go into this shade, which is called Charmed. It's right next to Teddy, and really, really pretty. Okay, we're going to go in with a MAC shader brush, 239 shader brush. And I'm going to pick that up. And I'm going to sort of press it on. And the reason why I'm going to do that is I'm trying to minimize any fallout that I may have from the glitter, because this is a super glittery eyeshadow. So I'm sort of pressing and placing as I go along. You may still get some fallout that you may have to brush away. Okay, I see a brush that I forgot to grab. Okay, now I'm going to take my Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On eye pencil in Peversion and pop some of that in the waterline. And the tight line. And now I'm going to take this Morphe pencil brush that came with the Eye Slay kit, I believe it was called. I'm going to go back into Teddy and pick up some of that, tap off the excess, and drag that right along that liner. I can see a little bit of glitter in the corner here, so I'm just going to grab a Q-tip. Okay, that worked. Just brushed it away with a Q-tip. Okay, I'm going to curl my lashes and add mascara off camera and be back in a sec. And that's what it looks like with the lashes curled and mascara. Just a very simple look using 3 eyeshadows, and that's it. If you want to see a very in-depth review of this palette, I'm going to put a link in the description box to a video by Julia Mazzucato. She is so good, you guys, and she deserves way more subscribers than what she has. Her videos are fantastic. Stumbled across her one day by accident. I don't really remember how I found her, but her review of this palette is incredible. So if you want to see something in depth, then check out her video, and yeah, I'll put a link down below so you can see it. All right, thanks for watching, you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.